the urgency of us supporting the kids, we need to do it now. Because me being a child that has grown up in Scotland and has gone through racism and has not had that support, I am traumatized. And even sometimes when I'm working with these parents and I'm working with these kids, I'm triggered.
Trigger warning. The following program contains material that could be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences, including depictions of childhood trauma, sexual abuse, and depression. Listener discretion is advised.
Good evening. Hey, listeners. Guess who's back? Agatha is back. Welcome to Jambo Radio. I am your host, Agatha Kabera. Welcome to Mind Matters. Guys, super excited to be back. It's been a minute. But before we get into the show, guys, guess what? We're live on digital radio. Yay! And you can catch us live on www.jamboradio.co.uk, on Facebook. And yeah, you can call in and join in live. Guys that are listening, in the quarantine, you can call in and join us live on 07437826865. So yeah, guys, I am back. I am so happy to be back. It's been a minute. Been in Africa enjoying life, Now I'm back to depression, but it's okay. We must go. Today's show is called Stand Up and Stand Out. And guys, I'm really so excited to get into today's show. But before I get into it, I want to tell you a little bit about the motherland. Guys, I was in the motherland. I was in East Africa. I went to Uganda. I'm originally from Uganda. So I was in Uganda. And I hadn't been in Uganda for a minute. The last time I was in Uganda was 2019. So it was really good to be back home. And guess what? I took my daughter and she's never been back home. So that was such an experience to have her back home. And guys, I wanted you to be with me. We were supposed to do a show, but my producer, she's like, why me? Are you blaming me? But anyway, it's okay. Next time, you're going to be there. But yeah, we were in Uganda. Uganda was amazing. It was beautiful being with family, being back home, that sun just on my melanin, the organic food, the fruits, everything was just amazing. And then we went to Kenya. Went to Nairobi. Honestly, I felt like I was in the UK in Africa. Nairobi is so developed, guys. I was just yo, I can move here. I can move here. Literally, there's nothing that we have here that Africa doesn't have. Nairobi was just giving. It was amazing. The vibe. I mean, I was there during the election, so it was a bit mellow, but at the same time, it was just great I just feel like anywhere you go in Africa, it's just I'm at home. I just felt at home. I was in Nairobi. Then me not knowing Swahili, but apart from that, and also not knowing the currency. But let me tell you, Uber, do you know how much Uber was? £2-3 Uber. Just so cheaply. Let me tell you, if you're in Africa and you're spending the pound, you're living. You're a baller. I was balling. Now I've come back to a recession. Now I'm why was I balling? Because now I'm broke. But yeah, Nairobi was so good. It's just amazing. I was in Westlands. My daughter has family in Nairobi, so we got to meet them and chill with them. I got to meet amazing people that have lived here in the diaspora and have now moved back to Africa, and they're doing their thing. Guys, let me tell you, don't be out here scared to move back home. Back home is popping. There's deals. One thing that I loved about being back home is you can balance work and you can balance living. Here, I feel hey, we just work. What's living? No social life. But back home, you will have a social life. Because there's such a community like there's such a community, and I feel like everybody just like they just help each other, you know. Like even when we were out like in the playground and stuff, and like, you know, the moms, like if they see your child or whatever, like they just, and then they just pick them up. Or if there's a problem, like this one kid was just eating off our plate and stuff, and like, you know, Bavish, you're just like, you know, those are my people. So I love that about being back home and just feeling home. I miss it. And then we went to Rwanda. Hey, Rwanda is clean. Listen, yeah, one African country that's clean is Rwanda. Rwanda is clean, and Rwanda has order. Like it's that country where I feel like if you had a family, it's definitely go raise your family there, because I just feel like all the chaos from Uganda and the chaos from Kenya, it's not in Rwanda. Kagame got those people in a whip. Like, don't be doing nonsense. No nonsense there. Like, be respectful of the law. And I loved that, honestly. It was just so nice just to be in East Africa and go to the different countries, of course, with my daughter. And in Rwanda, I was with Happy and Fina. So it's so good that they came and we joined them. You know, it was their sister's wedding, so it was good to be there with my friends, for them to show me the home country, for me to meet their family, and also just to experience the different cultures, you know, the different foods and everything. Like, it was just amazing. And how like Rwanda is beautiful. This is just healed, like so many hills. And let's not talk about the Rwanda's got beautiful people. And they have height. The men, the women. I was like, hey, they're so beautiful. Honestly, they're so beautiful. It's Africa. Everybody's beautiful. Honestly, even Uganda. Like, it was just amazing. Like Uganda, one thing that Uganda has is a nightlife. Party, you know how they done that song, party after party. It is party after party, literally. Like, these people don't sleep Monday to Monday. There's something happening. Tuliwawelu, we outside. Literally all the time we were outside. It was just amazing being back home. And as I say, like, it was just amazing to see, like, you know what, you can go back home. Even if you've lived here, you can go back home, you can invest back home, you can make it back home, and the money is even sweeter back home. As I said, you know, you can balance the work and the living. And also another thing that I loved is having my daughter there, and for her to have that space. You know, she wasn't cuffed up in a council flat. She was in a house with, you know, play area or whatever outside. Like, she can go out, explore. She saw chickens, she saw goats, she saw cows. Like, she was just like, wow, mommy, what are those? I was like, oh, those are animals, baby. You see them in books, but they're in real life now. So that was really great as well. And just to see her, see other kids back home and everything. And yeah, just for her to see where she comes from, the culture. It was amazing. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about where I've been. I don't know if you guys have missed me, but I've definitely missed you guys. And I'm going to get into the show. So as I said, today, then the show is about Stand Up and Stand Out. So Stand Up and Stand Out is actually a project that Baba Yango Foundation is doing. So guys, you know, I am a co-founder of Baba Yango Foundation, which is a charity based here in Glasgow. It's a mental health charity, mental health well-being charity. And, you know, our mission is to eradicate the stigma and isolation around mental health issues, and really to equip young Black people with tools of confidence, self-esteem, sense of self, as they navigate them being Black and growing up in Scotland. So this is what this project is about. This project is going to be a 6-week project. It's going to be 3-hour sessions, and we are going to be working with young Black people who have experienced racism. We're going to be working with people who are 11 to 16 years old. So guys, like, I'm gonna tell you all about, the aims, why, the need of the project, what we hope to, improve, what the project is going to consist of. And of course, the reason why I'm doing this show and I'm talking about this project is because we are recruiting kids. We're recruiting young kids that want to come and join this project. And guys, guess what? We are working with Jambo Radio with this project. This project is really to give a safe space for young people, to come, feel supported, feel heard, feel seen. The reason why we're doing this project is because there's a lot of young kids that have experienced racism, especially at school, and there's just no structure within school to support these kids. And we've had a lot of cries from carers that don't know what to do, themselves and even their kids. They don't know how to support their kids. So for us right now, we're just like the urgency of us supporting the kids. We need to do it now, because me being a child that has grown up in Scotland and has gone through racism and has not had that support, I am traumatized. And even sometimes when I'm working with these parents and I'm working with these kids, I'm triggered, because these are things that I've experienced and I had nobody to talk to, or you just feel like you're closed into the system, and you don't know what to do. So that's why Baba Yangu is like, no, we're not gonna wait for the system to be bringing these structures, because clearly they're taking their time. So we are gonna work with our young people just to make sure that they're not traumatized anymore and they have that support. And not just them, but also their families, because these things really affect the parents as well. Seeing your child come home crying, your child not having that confidence, your child losing themselves, just because they're being bullied, and the school won't see your child for who they are. That also really, as a parent, me being as a parent, like, I would be absolutely heartbroken, especially when they're so young, and especially when sometimes these things be happening and it's the teachers, like adults, doing this to our kids. So I just feel like everybody needs to be held accountable. And yeah, it's something that we'll keep talking about until something changes. If not, Baba Yangu, we are in these communities, and we need to do something for the kids. But yeah, so the aims of this project is to create a unique safe space for the young people who have experienced racism. Our objective is to empower the young people by improving their emotional resilience, their confidence, whilst providing supportive network and community to both the participants and their families, to support them just to navigate the school system. Because another thing that I've seen when I'm working with these parents, the fact that they have not grown up here, or they don't really know the system properly, themselves they're in fear to go out and talk or support their kids, because sometimes the system ends up using that against them, and they're actually scared that their kids will get taken away from them. How crazy is that in this day and age? Like, I am scared to go say my child is being bullied or my child is experiencing racism, because the system that's supposed to be protecting me is now going to use whatever I said against me. But so it's life. But yeah, we're gonna make sure it doesn't keep happening. So the activities, what is going to be happening on the project? So on the project, as I said, the kids are going to be coming to Jambo Radio. They're going to visit the radio station. They're going to be learning how to use recording and editing equipment. We're going to have here the lovely Serena and Zainab, our lovely people here. They're going to be teaching their kids their skills. They don't look amused right now, but yes, they will teach them the skills. And you know, at the end of it, we hope that the kids are well equipped for them to actually do their own show at the end at the end of the whole project. You know, that they're able to do their own show, talk about the experience of racism they've experienced at school, or just the project in itself, because you know they're gonna have, so they're gonna create a mural. So we're gonna have black artists that they're gonna meet, and they're gonna be doing some arts and crafts. We're going to create a mural. I'm really excited about this mural, because this mural is going to be about their culture. It's going to be about their history, you know. So it's teaching them about them, you know, because in school, I don't know if they're getting history about who they are and how to love themselves and how brilliant and beautiful and how melanated they are. So yeah, we're going to show them that they are beautiful just the way they are, and they're just perfect. And yeah, we're gonna have a pizza party at the end of it, just to showcase everything, showcase the mural, showcase the show, you know, do their show and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Why are we doing this? I mean, I feel like I've just been saying why we're doing this. There's just not a system to support these kids at school when they're experiencing all of this, and just there's no safe space for our kids. Like when we've had all these carers come to us and stuff, or even the kids themselves, and they talk to us about the experiences or the racism that they've faced at school or whatever, they're actually scared. Even when they come to us and talk to us, they probably feel more secure, because you know we look like them, and they probably know like we've also experienced it. But when we tell them, can we go report it at school, they don't want. You know why? Because they're still in the system. Like nothing is going to happen to these teachers. Nobody is going to be held accountable. So nothing's gonna happen. So the kids don't want it reported. The kids do not want it reported. The kids don't want it reported because they're scared. They're like, what's the point? If I go and report it to the school, this teacher is not going to be held accountable. I'm still going to have to go and be in class with that teacher. So what's the point, you know? But yeah, so we're going to provide a community that just focuses. No, sorry. We're going to have creative activities to foster connection. Ooh, we have a caller. Hello.
Hi, babe. It's Fina.
Hey, Fina. Thank you for calling Jambo Radio.
Hi, babe. Sorry, I thought it was through to Serena. I thought Serena would connect me.
No, not at all. Guys, so Fina was supposed to be my co-host today, but no, it doesn't matter. She's still coding. She's still here.
The project is taking my time, so we had to do it via.
True. She had things to go and pick up to get ready for, you know, the project starting next week. But Fina, have you been listening? Have you been listening
I
in?
have, and I just laughed. You know, I was listening, and I laughed when you said to Satan, "Baby girl, these animals are in your book, so now you see them in life." Honestly, that's exactly how Bella and Annie were feeling. Like,
I know, right?
Yeah, we went to my auntie's place, and my auntie is so blessed. Like, she has rabbits and cows, and she's got all these animals.
Oh.
So,
how taken were they by the animals, right?
Oh my goodness! Listen. First of all, in this country, they're scared of animals because the exposure is limited, right?
Honestly.
And also us, obviously there's some fear that we have of dogs. So
yeah.
definitely probably pass that on. But The animals, they're so beautiful and so gentle as well.
Oh.
And you know how Ariella was crying when
Yes.
when she was seeing the cows and the rabbits and things, she was loving it. So
Oh, that's amazing.
beautiful. It was so
That's amazing.
beautiful.
How did you love Rwanda? How was it for you to be back home? Guys, so I was with
Short.
Fina in
It's too
Rwanda.
short. Yeah, no, it's too short. Yeah, I think every time you go back home, either you're going back for good or you're going for 2 months.
I know,
Those are the only
right?
options.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
right?
Weeks is not enough.
It's not.
So obviously we went there for my sister's wedding, like you were saying,
Yeah.
and it was like the biggest family reunion. It was
Yeah.
such a blessing because a lot of us hadn't seen each other for so many years. So many years.
Yes.
So just seeing aunties and uncles and cousins and just friends that. Listen, it was so beautiful.
It
And
was.
Rwanda has changed. Yeah, I wasn't there. I've not been there even since 2016.
Really?
But even at that time, it's changed massively. Like
Change.
the
I know,
roads,
right?
the roads, the shops, everything. There's like Rwanda is so different now.
How
So
clean
stunning,
is
so
Rwanda
beautiful.
though, and how beautiful! Oh my days, me I was breathtaking. Like Rwanda is so beautiful.
Listen,
Those hills,
it's everything. And I knew we were in a clean country when we went to the airport. We disposed of all our plastics. We weren't allowed plastic paper bags. We came in with our plastic paper bags. They're like, you have to bring that.
I study.
You're not allowed in this country. I was like, what? It's amazing. So they take the carbon footprint so seriously. They take all this, just being responsible for your country so seriously. And it's not only clean, like you were saying, it's so ordered.
So
but
ordered.
It's a beautiful country. There's nothing.
So beautiful.
There's nothing bad I can say about Rwanda. It's
Honestly.
stunning. It's so much order. The people there are amazing. You felt the love, right?
I felt the
We
love.
were together for a bit.
Yeah,
So,
I felt the love. 100%. 100%.
no, we're missing it. I can't lie. We came back and unfortunately, like you were saying, because of the no work-life balance, we just went straight to work.
Tell
So
me
we didn't
about
even
it.
get enough chance to
Rest or even
to grieve,
take it
to
in.
grieve
Yeah.
over. To grieve, but it's
Straight away, you're just pulled into it. Like, hello, you're back to reality, girl.
Totally. So, but
Yeah.
next time, it's either going back for good or for 2 months. There's no other
Yeah.
option. Yeah.
100%. 100%. But yeah, like I was just also talking to people about our stand up and stand out project
Right.
coming for the young people, and like how excited are we, and
We're so
the
excited.
need of this, the
we're
need
so
of this
excited.
project.
Yeah, that's like that. I mean, like you were saying, it was something that's way overdue, and
Way
for many
overdue.
different reasons. Yeah, I mean, usually the way that people quantify problems and how to fix them is by statistics, but
Yeah.
there's no statistic that will tell you how many children in the school system have been racially assaulted, abused, or
Yeah.
discriminated. There's no statistic because it's one of the crimes that people do not report.
Mhm.
But I like to mirror it to abuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't. So, a lot of the times people don't believe abuse victims because they weren't there. But it doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So this discrimination, this abuse, this neglect, it comes in so many forms. This
Yeah.
racism. So
Yeah.
it can be racially neglectful, where you're teaching white kids differently than you're teaching black kids because you have this bias that they're not as smart or
Yeah.
they won't get it.
Yeah.
Or it can be, real assault, kids getting assaulted because of their color, or it can be verbal, there's just, it's levels, there's levels to
So
this.
levels. Let's not even talk about the microaggressions, because
Oh my goodness. That one is even, but I think the good thing about microaggressions is when you're young, you don't really have the emotion, well, anyway, I don't want to speak for everybody, but when I was young, I'll speak about my own experience. When I was young, I didn't have the emotional capacity to understand microaggressions. You were either bad to me or you were good to me. Those were the two. Those were the two spectrums. There's nothing in between. So it's just us now who have got emotional capacity. Like at one place, we're like,
but I feel like this generation definitely do have the emotional capacity. I think
most definitely.
the fact that they've also grown up here, they're more in touch with their feelings compared to.
That's why that's why I was giving my experience, because I think you're absolutely right. Social media and the awareness of all these kind of signs have made it so that people are aware, like when someone is treating them in a different way because of their skin color. But we're excited for so many reasons. Number one, we didn't have this growing up. I think that's the main reason we're doing it, right?
We did not.
One of the main reasons. We didn't have this when we were growing up, and it would have just been such a beautiful thing to have a safe space to say
thank you.
Even not to verbalize it, but just to be around people who look like
you and understand.
Who felt what I felt. That in itself is a beautiful thing. But number two is because of all the people that have come to us and they're like, my kid has had to drop out, or my kid is, there's just so many stories. And like the other time we were dealing with that with a mom who was heartbroken, but now she's had to move back home to Africa because she couldn't cope. She couldn't cope.
Imagine having to actually uplift your whole family and going back home because it's that bad for your child. Like this like was legit at the verge of like having a meltdown.
Oh, definitely. She was, she was so mentally distraught. So there's so many reasons that we are excited about this project. And we're just so aware that it's just a drop in the ocean. But then that drop, like I always say, like it only takes one. It only takes one, right? One child, one thing, one word, one person to make a difference. So even if we instill some self-confidence and some self-love into somebody, who is to say who that person will become?
Exactly.
And I'm not meaning they don't have to become someone big, but who is to say what kind of impact they'll have on another person's life? And it's a roll-on effect, it's a knock-on effect even, and that's why we're excited and we're just hopeful as well. So it's not too late to sign up your kids. We have 8 more spaces, so please call Jambo Radio. Agatha will give you the number a bit later, or get in touch with the Baba Yango Foundation socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we're on Twitter as well. LinkedIn, of course. So please get in touch if you feel like your child who is from 10 to 16 would benefit from this project. Get in touch, sign them up. We're going to be looking after them. All of us have some training in childcare and safety and everything like that. So rest assured, your children will be safe with us. 100%. Fina, what would you say? Like, I was gonna talk about like the outcomes that we want out of this project. Like, obviously we would want the kids to have improved confidence and sense of self, their well-being to be improved, increased, knowledge of their Black history. What else would you say?
I mean, first things I would say is that our project is just a pilot project, number one. So make no mistake, we're going to get some things wrong. That's why I don't want to oversell it to the point where it's this amazing, life-changing thing. And actually, it can be and it will be. But we also have to just put a disclaimer that this is the first project, anti-racism and self-esteem building, So it's going to have ups and downs and everything in between. But as well as everything that you're saying, the well-being and self-confidence, everything like that, it's just to show, it's to show people who support us, first of all, as an organization, that this is a problem, and it needs national support, it needs national funding, number one, because as a charity, we rely so heavily on funding, and a lot of the times these projects that we're doing, they don't want to be funded because it does not appear to be a national problem.
But it is.
It absolutely is. Absolutely is. And another outcome that I'm really hoping for is that this won't be the last of this kind of project. And I just hope it's going to be like a snowball effect where we do this project and then we continue to do this project. But other organizations like ours are doing them. And my hope is that we can teach schools and make safe spaces in schools for Black children, and children of color events as well, not just Black children, but children of color. And so the vision is so big and our hopes are so big, but at the core of it, we just want to help that child who is sitting there in a classroom,
100%.
dreading leaving the classroom because either they're going to get bullied or called a name or attacked, or they're scared that the teacher is going to talk to them some sort of way and embarrass them, and they don't know how to verbalize it. That's the core. That's what we hope to change.
Fina, my love, is it okay if you can call back? We're going to go on a quick music break. Can you call us back? Okay.
Of course. No
Guys, you're
problem.
listening to Jambo Radio. I'm your host, Agatha Kabera. We're just going on a quick music break and we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jambo Radio. I'm your host, Agatha Kabera. You're listening to Mind Matters, Stand Up and Stand Out. Hope you enjoyed our little music break. Guys, you can catch us live on our website, www.jamboradio.co.uk, on Facebook, and of course, we are live on digital radio. So if you're in your car, I hope you're listening, and I hope you call in on 074 37826865. But yeah, let's get back to the show. Let's get back to Fina had called in. I'm gonna get her to call back in. So guys, obviously I've had Fina on the show before. Fina is a trustee of Baba Yangu Foundation, and we were just talking about the project that we have coming up, Stand Up, Stand Out. We have a caller, which is Fina.
Hi, babe.
Hello, my love. Welcome back.
Thank you. What music was playing? I didn't listen.
Oh, it was Seti's Hall. Like, it was just, I felt my soul. it reminded me of Africa. I was just like, that's sun. No, it was just them ones where you're just thinking of like, that's sun, that's good food that I should have ate. Now I have to cook for myself.
Girl, the life is not easy at all.
I know, right? That's one thing. I was like, oh God, now I have to come back and start cooking for myself.
Honestly,
again.
I'm looking for easy ways to make cooking easy. I was looking at that. Is it HelloFresh box? But I don't know.
I'm done. Oh my God, I used to see that all the time. Let me tell you, about fruits. You know, when I went through that vegan phase where I was like, I'm all vegan, fruits got off so quick. Like,
no, fruits do. No, HelloFresh though is
even vegetables.
I know, that's the thing. So they deliver your box. I was reading, they deliver your box.
Yeah.
And then, so can you not freeze it though?
I guess you can freeze it, but
it's not the same. It's not fresh.
It's just not fresh. And like, I think that's the issue that I had with the whole vegan thing. Is like, I would buy so much produce, but
you can't go to the shops every day. It's so hard.
But it would go off, and I felt like I was wasting so much. And especially here, like, vegetables are so expensive. Meat and stuff is cheap, but vegetables,
fruits and vegetables are so pricey. I remember, so pricey. But I think the price inflation has definitely affected it. This is so off topic, but I was in the supermarket and I paid twice what just for normal fruits. I paid twice for what I think it looks like twice for what I used to pay for them, you know.
Honestly,
it's crazy in the streets. I'm looking for a side hustle, so if you know anyone, holler back.
Girl, me too. If you know anyone, holler. Guys, you hear that? We're available for work.
We're but very light work.
Yes, not heavy work.
Soft life. This girl's about soft life.
Honestly, soft life. But yeah, just like getting back into the project and stuff. So guys, like the project is gonna be 6 weeks. By the way, we forgot to say that it's free. It's absolutely free.
Completely free.
And the fact that we would also be, if you register your child, we will be coming to your home address, picking up your child, and dropping them off after.
Yep.
We'll also be. Sorry.
If anything, we'll give you 3 hours on Saturday.
Free childcare.
Free
childcare. Free childcare, and on top of that, your child is not just doing any, they're learning skills, they're learning something to build themselves up, like it's
building community.
You understand, support, like have a safe space. So it's all amazing, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah. So and as we said, it's for 6 weeks. It will be starting next week, Saturday. Yep. It's for 3 hours, so it's like from 12 until 3.
Yep.
But obviously, because we're gonna be picking kids up, so we'll probably start like 11 just so that
We'll definitely start geographically. So the person that's the farthest away, whatever the driver thinks makes sense, we'll probably be starting at 10 for pickups.
Yeah.
And then latest 5 p.m. your kid will be dropped off. But we'll be having all the parents' numbers and just communicating with you guys.
I'm like, we'll probably start like a WhatsApp group for the parents so that we can keep you updated with what the kids are doing and how the day went, showing you pictures and all of that. So 100% you know exactly what your child is getting into and what they're doing when they're with us and stuff, and just know that they're in a safe environment. And and we're just really excited to just have these young people, you know,
young lives, you know.
And you guys just entrusting them with us, you know. We're taking that like it's really important, you know. Young minds.
We're taking it very serious. For sure. We're taking it very serious, and we're gonna treat the kids like their own family members, number one. And we know the thing about the project is we've been through it, so we know how to navigate the difficult conversations. We know how to navigate what kind of support that they need. Now, disclaimer, I feel like I'm giving disclaimers along the whole show, but we need to let you know, obviously, it's not going to be an in-depth therapy session. So it won't be us trying to heal your children. That's very important to know. It's just us trying to help them understand that they're not alone. It's us trying to help them know that they can get through this and will get through this. And it's us giving them tools on how to cope and how to develop a sense of self-esteem and self-worth and self-love that's not been shown to them in schools. And, you know, learning should incorporate all the above.
100%.
Now, teachers are not responsible for rearing your children, no, but they are responsible for shaping, you know, young lives and young minds. And when that's taken away for whatever biased reason or for whatever racism kind of mindset that they have, we're kind of there to bridge the gap between them and us, so to speak.
100%. Everything that Fina said, I completely agree with her. Yeah, completely agree.
I was gonna ask, babe, do you remember in school? Do you remember like particular racist incidents that happened to you, and how did you navigate? And what do you feel like? What do you wish you'd done then that you know now?
You know, for me, it was so crazy because I was like the only.
Oh, you told me you didn't have any racism in school, though.
I had. Okay, the thing is, I feel like we were first of all, we didn't know what racism was. You understand?
No, babe, I really knew what racism was.
I really didn't. Honestly, now when I think back on it, first of all, I was the only black person in my school.
Right.
And one thing that keeps chiming out of me is how, like, my head teacher used to always tell me how my braids were dangerous.
Oh,
like literally every time, like I would even like every time when I would see him, I'll be like scared because I know like he's going straight for my braids. Like he would always tell me like, tie them up, you know, they're so dangerous. I just never
be dangerous.
I never got it, and now I'm just like, okay.
How can hair be dangerous? Honestly, how can hair be dangerous?
Like literally,
this whole thing, isn't it? This whole thing where our blackness is weaponized and demonized to be something dangerous. Like, what is hair going to do? What is a braid, first of all, going to do?
Honestly,
is it gonna splash out?
I didn't know.
I wish I could ask him now. Like,
I wish I could ask him too. Because I don't know, he must have thought like my hair was, I don't know, made of, I don't know what he thought it was made of, but every time
it's that thing where people don't, you know, that thing where when people are, first of all, it's sheer ignorance and sheer racism.
Yeah.
Those two, right? But it's that thing where people are scared of what they don't know.
True.
But what I would love is someone, don't touch my hair, number one. Don't ever touch a black girl's hair or a black boy's hair. That's the one. I would love for you to say, like, your hair is interesting. Tell me a bit about your hair.
Thank you.
Like, black people do not mind curiosity.
We really don't.
We don't. You just have to be a human being. That's all you have to be
mindful.
If your head teacher said your hair is different, why is it, you know, there's a way that you could have approached, or they could have asked your mom. There's so many ways that he could have gone about that without making you feel like you are dangerous, because your hair is you. You understand? Your hair is you. So 100% that was a racist remark, and I'm so sorry. That's such a shame.
It's okay. I think it was also that way, like, as I said, I was the only black person in my school.
Yeah.
So, and I just felt like, honestly, like, I would always escape and always, like, go to my black friends who were not even in my school. And by the way, they lived nowhere close to me. But I just felt like...
But you just felt like you needed to be with your people.
Yeah, like they understood me more, you know? And I just felt like whenever I was in school, I had to have this, like, image, like this persona.
Yeah, I get that.
In order to not get attacked or for them to look at me and, I don't know.
I was thinking about that the other day, like, even walking on the street, you have to be careful how you walk so that you don't scare people. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a very conscious thing as a black person. Can you imagine walking on the street and being careful how you walk? But then I was like, why do I think that way? If they're scared, that's on them. Like, it has nothing to do with me. Like, my skin color should not be something that you're frightened of. It's not a weapon. It's not, you know, I'm not coming to attack you in any way because I am black. You know what I mean?
You know, that's so crazy you say that because I go on morning walks, and sometimes legit, like, I see people, like, if I'm behind them and then I'm walking, they'll be scared. They'll be so uncomfortable. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you think I'm going to do to you?
That's the thing. Just imagine now if you're a black male. Like, I can't even imagine the black male experience. I think it's times 10 of that, isn't it? Because for us, I think, I assume they think we're going to be violent.
Yeah.
I don't know, or back then, I don't know. That's what I assume for females. But for men, I think they assume all sorts of violence, not just physical or verbal.
Yeah.
You know? So what a time to be alive, and more so why we need things that uplift little black children so that when they grow up, they're not having this constant awareness of their blackness and then getting way back positive way, you know.
100%. I agree. I completely agree. But Fina, my love, it was so great to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for calling.
I'm sorry I couldn't come face to face.
It's absolutely fine. Like, honestly, like, I think we've spoke about everything to do with the project. And guys, please register. Like, register. Go.
It's too late.
Yes.
We don't know when the next one is gonna come about.
Exactly. Go on our
contact. Yeah.
These projects are for you guys. You know, we do them for you. We listen to your outcries and, you know, we come up with the projects. And as we said, this is a pilot. This is something that we hope is going to continue, you know, that's going to shape our young people, our young minds. So please get your child, register them. They're going to be in a safe space. They're going to be with people that are going to look after them, protect them. So, you know, register on, you can call us. You can call us on 074 1148 7336, or you can email us info@babayangufoundation.org. Or on our Instagram, which is Baba Yangu Mental Health. Our Twitter, Baba Yangu, our LinkedIn, Baba Yangu Foundation, Facebook, Baba Yangu Mental Health. So please do register, and we're looking forward to it starting next week. Like, can't wait to tell you guys all about it.
Tell them the date and the time again.
So the date, it's starting on the 10th of September. It's going to last until the 8th of October. It will be starting from 12 p.m. until 3 p.m.
Yep.
But we'll probably pick up your kids a bit earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you there hopefully. And thank you again for having me. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. I will. Say hi to Arie, Happy and Bella.
I will. And you too.
All right. Bye. Bye. Guys, thank you so much for joining the show today, for listening in. I'm so excited to be back, guys. I always say at the end of the show, I want to know what you want me to talk about. Like, it's about a mental health show, but you know, mental health is about everything. Literally, mental health is everything. So let me know if you have ideas. Contact Jambo Radio, contact us, Baba Yangu Foundation. But you know, always catch me here live on Jambo Radio every Friday at 5 p.m. But if you've missed the show, you can always catch up on www.jamboradio.co.uk. And I'm so happy to be back, guys. And yeah, I'll catch you next week, 5 p.m. Have a lovely weekend. Guys, summer's ending, so better be out. Like, today is humid, so go enjoy. And yeah, catch you next week. Have a lovely weekend. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Oh, no.